Audio lunatics with tripping I'm Zine. Today we're gonna do actually something different than usual. We're actually gonna chat a little bit on upcoming patch in Smite, that is right, the 10.4 update notes, the Light Weaver. Yeah, let's start this going. I'm just gonna really quickly make this full screen, just so we can see it better. Yeah. Oh, first of all, did you know that today is my channel birthday? I actually didn't know that. It has been like 3 years, I believe, so that's kind of cool, you know. Happy birthday to my channel, me and you guys, because I wouldn't be here without you guys. And here I mean, like, we are almost 700 subscribers. Thank you very much for that, folks. But yeah, thanks, and let's keep it going. I decided we are not gonna be actually talking about the new godess Ix Chel. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this right, I have no idea, but she looks really cool, I'm gonna say that much. Her abilities look cool. I actually watched the VOD on the skill showdown. She looks really cool and I'm excited to try her out. He has skins, we don't really care about that. I have no clue what the G.I. Joe is, actually. I believe it's based on some movie or something. Sorry if I offended you, but I have no fucking clue, honestly. And this right now, this is a fucking abomination. I don't wanna see it. I don't know where we are going with this. This, on the other hand, the Maui skin is pretty cool. Yeah, G.I. Joe crossover event. What are we actually? I want to talk about quality of life. Yeah, there was like 1 or 2 things I actually wanted to touch upon. Leaps versus persistent CC. Leaping into persistent CC area will now deal damage or apply any other effects of the leap's landing effects. Previously, leaping into this area would CC the leaping god and negate any damage or other effects from their ability. So if you're not familiar, what does it mean? Like, just imagine Odin, right? He has his jump, he has his bird bomb. So let's say he activates his bird bomb and he jumps. And before he lands, there is actually a small window that you can actually CC him out of the jump, and it just basically wastes his jump and bird bomb. I mean, this happened a couple of times, like, for me, personally, against Sobek. And yeah, it's kind of frustrating, but on the other hand, like, it's in the game and it's actually, you know, rewarding the person that neglects your jump and bird bomb combo, for example, because they timed it perfectly, you know. So I'm not actually sure if I love this. I'm pretty sure plenty of people didn't even know that things like this exist in Smite. For a long time I didn't know until that painful matchup against Sobek. That man was literally like denying my every fucking jump. It was frustrating back in the day. I mean, this was like 2 or 3 years ago, like whatever. But yeah, right now it's just gonna be the damage applied, so this shit is not just gonna be happening any longer. Moving on to HUD update. So we got our new HUD back. I'm actually really excited about it, and I actually really enjoyed it. But the problem is there was a lot of bugs and some network and lag issues, you know. So apparently they fixed that. They're gonna be monitoring it, and you can actually decide if you want your old or new HUD. So you console players, you know, you can relax a little bit, get the old HUD. I have no idea because I don't play on console, so I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on with console, why there was such a big problem about it, but if there were, like, you know, you are right to complain, but no more. You have your old HUD and you can just choose the old or new, and I'm definitely gonna be going for the new one because, I don't know, it just looks fresh, something new, you know, refreshing. Yeah, HUD fixes, bug fixes. I don't feel like there was anything really this significant that piqued my interest. So moving on to Balance Life with April 18. General kill bounty. Yeah, they apparently decided the kill bounty was a little bit too much of a shape and they lowered it down, right? The shift made the XP had an impact on the game attack. Big swing, yeah. They decided the killing the lower players was actually not this significant, you know, you could just basically ignore people. And on the other hand, when someone was really fed and just got killed, like they were giving a little bit too much of XP, so they lowered it down. That's fine. Yeah, this is a change. I'm actually interested how much impact it's gonna have on the game. So lane has been a major point of discussion, and we have an additional map change to give this role some additional impact. Yeah, finally. Blue buff will now have a new component that gives bonus damage to lane minions. This little boost to help lane clear with help smooth out the early game build for a variety of solo laners, especially warriors. We are also giving the buff more late game value by giving it bonus damage to jungle bosses. So yeah, I mean, obviously the first things that comes in mind, like the first part, cool, we get some, the solo laners, we get some additional clear, so I mean, like, the clear isn't this big of a problem, I would say, clearing the minion wave, so I know, like, if you're a third tier or whatever, like, you know, the god that abuses the lane, like, you're still gonna be clearing the minion wave pretty fast, so it doesn't really change this much, I would say. It's just a maybe a little bit better buff for those gods that struggle with an early clear a little bit, like Amaterasu, for example, you know, like, she tends to a little bit struggle in the early game, so maybe that's nice, but I don't think like this is this impactful. On the other hand, I'm more interested about this, the true damage to the jungle bosses, because this could be actually utilized in a different way, you know, you could actually see, I'm not sure if this is gonna be this impactful, but obviously solo laners are meant to not really to hit the objectives more. They are meant, unless you're going for full damage, then there is a completely different story, you know, and recently that has been popular, but I mean about warriors and guardians, you know, that build tanky, so this is, in this case, this has not really no meaning, because you are meant to zone. But, on the other hand, I'm curious if you're gonna be seeing people like mages or carries maybe picking up, because, you know, you sometimes don't have time to actually, especially as carry, to rotate to your purple to pick it up and rotate all the way to right lane to actually do the fire giant. So maybe just give this bonus damage to your hunter, and he can really utilize it to burst the FG, you know? It's obviously gonna be doing less, half of the bonus damage, but still it's, I feel like this might be interesting, you know? Something to think about. Moving on, items, penetration nerfs. Yeah, there is a decent nerf to a percentage pen, which I'm actually think it's a good idea. I'm not sure how significant it's gonna be, like 8%. Increase penetration from 20 to 16 on all these items, like, yeah, then, I mean, it's good, like, because you're gonna have to build more items to actually get to that cap, right? Because I believe it's gonna be, yeah, at least 2 of these items, and obviously for carries, like, those 2 are not even available. You can build only dominance for carries, but you can go for XC. But yeah, mages nerfed. I feel like this is a good idea, you know, because tags are literally just late game, like, it's not even this of a late game, like 20-30 minutes into a game, like, you literally, your proc doesn't matter. Get hit by 2 abilities from mage and like 4 to 5 autos from hunter, like you are left with 200 HP or some shit. It's ridiculous, you cannot fight, you have to fucking run. And you probably already engaged and you used your, you know, abilities to engage, you can disengage at this point. So yeah, I feel like that's a good idea. That's a good idea. To actually nerfing percentage pen. So yeah, all of this percentage pen nerfs right here, and some of the items actually getting changed, like for example solitaire to flat pen. I'm not sure what's the thing with Solitaire. I don't feel like it's gonna be picked up anyway. Like, they nerf it quite hard. I don't feel like it's that good of an item any longer, which sucks because I absolutely loved Solitaire. That was one of my favorite items in the game for soul laners, so I'm big rip. And yeah, Serrated Edge, I believe they didn't nerf the healing, the lifesteal on Serrated Edge. Last patch notes when they are nerfing all the healing, so they are doing it now. Lifesteal, less lifesteal, you know, just more power, more power. I feel like that's a good change, and obviously the 16% on the penetration, so 4% less penetration, which is good. Good. Mayor of Newell. It's a pretty cheap item now. It costs the same gold that Jotuns right now. 2,200. And they changed the healing actually. So decrease the immediate heal and heal over time from 50% of each god's max health to 10% of their max health. So, no worse heal, but better cost, like 100. I don't know. I don't remember what are exact stats on the Mail of Renewal right now, because they changed it so much, like I'm not sure if this is gonna be significant. We shall see. I'm not sure if this is gonna be picked up by soul laners. Doubt. Jotun's Vigor, decrease lifesteal, increase movement speed passive. Yeah, so just decreasing lifesteal. I bet this is the decreased lifesteal too, right? And HP 5. Yeah. Decreasing from 8 to 5%, decrease passive healing, and internal cooldowns. So this is just gonna be healing you more often. The passive is just gonna be... This is actually a pretty big change. 35 seconds to 20 seconds. I know it's way less healing, but okay. That is an interesting change, actually. Still, the item isn't the greatest. And I'm not sure when did they gonna actually upgrade the icon of that one. It's pretty fucking old. Just doesn't look too good. At least in my opinion. Yep, Tainted Steel buff. So we are increasing the healing reduction. Okay, that's nice. And also the heal you're taking for yourself from the healing reduction you apply to enemy gods. So overall, decent change. But I mean, like, Tainted is already, I believe, like, for tank soul laner is one of the better starter items. So buffing it up even further, interesting. So there's just really gonna be butchering healers in solo, but I mean, Hercules is still pretty strong, right? Surtur, Quan, I mean, on top of my head, like, those are the strongest warriors. I mean, not the strongest, are really strong, but every single one of them has some really big heals, so I guess that makes sense. Same with the Tainted Amulet, you know, we're just gonna heal for more from preventing enemy heals. This is the change that I actually think is really good. The Blessed Scepter, just decrease cost 550 gold, which is huge. It's just absolutely massive, actually. In early game, to get one more potion, like, instead of 3 potions, getting 4 potions makes the many builds just more viable, you know. You can just go like, I don't know, Bluestone and this, for example, now, and you would have, right? Because Bluestone is 700, this is 650, so no, it's still 3 potions. Or am I stupid? Wait a second. I might be stupid. 50, yeah, it's still 3 potions, so this is still... Still not amazing, but it's just more viable. The 1 potion actually matters, so I believe that it's actually gonna be significant, especially if you're going for Tainted and this, because I believe this actually gives you some power and MP5, so actually a really good combination if you have some healing for yourself. Wait, why is this? Huh? I'm not sure why this is doubled. Round shield buff, 5 more protections, pretty good, like 10 protections is not bad. It doesn't give you any more power, it gives you HP 5, right? So maybe like for a Cuckoo lane rush, you know, just to get some HP 5 and prots. Could be good. I would probably be rushing Mystical May regardless. Probably wouldn't be going Kukulin right now. I mean, we shall see. I mean, tanks might be a little bit stronger. Yeah, Glad Shield buffs. This is a good quality of life change. Nothing too, you know, incredible OP. And this is a good change, like cheap item. 50 more health, like, this is a good buff, I feel like. Nothing crazy, but Archdruid, yeah, they completely butchered this item and they are, you know what, maybe we did a little bit too much nerfing. Maybe we need to bring it back a little bit. That was completely fucking nuts. I mean, to be honest, they weren't wrong. It deserved to be nerfed. But I mean, like, hi-rez need to stop being so hot and cold about shit, you know? Just cool it out a little bit. I mean, especially when it comes to soul laners, what I noticed, because hunters like nerfs and mid nerfs, at least this season, they're really subtle, you know? They're not gonna change anything too significant. And soul laners were really strong on the release, so they are literally like 2 or 3 patch notes. We are butchering the soul lane. So yeah, there's that, but yeah, I mean, I believe this is gonna be 20 more damage on the passive, so that's okay, and 100 less gold. Still pretty expensive, I would say, but it's something, it's better, you know. Bloodforge nerfs, yeah, deserved. Bloodforge is such a strong item, like 75 freaking physical power, it's not magical power. Fucking physical power, and it gets movement speed, really good passive, and auto attack speed. So, I mean, I know this is not the cheapest of items, but it's still ridiculous. I believe this is deserved, just deserved. Yeah, but by the way, I'm triggered that there is no crit nerfs. Crit is obviously like broken, like I'm not sure why they didn't nerf the crit items, but whatever. And this is just stupid, like, straight up. I don't know what's the point of this, honestly. I don't wanna get toxic or anything, but, like, why? Literally no one is building these 2 items any longer, because Tablet got nerfed recently, and no one did really build book any longer, like, even on the guys that you really want your book stack for late game, it's pointless, because your items are stronger, like, you're still going for Doom Orb and Flat Pen items in early game, and you don't really lose this much power. It's just really not worth it. Especially that the tier 1 Doom Orb item is way cheaper, like 150 gold cheaper than tier 1 book, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous, and it's like similar power, I believe, or even the tier 1 Doom Orb, like Lost Artifact is, or something like this. I feel like it's 5 power more. I would have to check it, but like in early game like this, I don't know. Stupid. Just, I don't like it. This is the thing. I mean, I'm not even a mid player, you know? I'm solo player, and I hate it more that they didn't nerf, you know, crit and just didn't buff soul lane a little bit more than I hated this more, actually. Just, I don't know why. Someone had to explain to me why this is happening. Aphrodite nerfs, deserved. I mean, I honestly believe she's stronger in support. Honestly, like, you can play her mid and solo. But the freaking, yeah, the idea to give this 20% protections, like, with healing, movement speed, all that shenanigans on top, I believe, like, the problem is, like, Aphro is one of these guys, like, you know, Loki, Aphrodite, I don't know, Nox. For some people, I don't find Nox frustrating, but some people do, like Arachne. I find Arachne really fucking annoying. Those gods are always, like, in the talking of being really annoying and upsetting gods. So yeah, I mean, she was really strong, so obviously we have to tune it down a little bit. So I actually like it. I mean, maybe not like it. It just should happen, you know. So yeah, the powerful performance, huge amount of shifts that change the price type, but clearly shifts result in more powerful Aphrodite. We are nerfing the variety across the kit. Our goals for her are changed. We want Alpha to remain viable in support, or even so, I want to keep her ult high, but high utility, keep healing checked. Her cooldowns were simply too fast to... Yeah, I mean the cooldown thing was, yeah. I mean, increased cooldown and decreased the CDR effect, which is good. I'm not sure if we should be nerfing the healing again, though. Like, we nerfed healing enough and we are buffing Tainted. I believe this is enough. Like, I don't feel like the healing should be nerfed. Because it's tick heal, so 2 per tick, like, it's actually gonna make a difference, but I don't know. I don't feel like this was necessary. Moving on. Guan Yu nerf. You know, I was actually surprised I didn't really see this much Guan Yu as of recent, and I feel like Guan Yu should be ridiculous, but since warriors are not really this strong, we didn't see really Guan Yu, so I don't see the point of this, but I guess we are buffing Solin a little bit, so I guess maybe that's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, this is just deserved. 2 most picked hunters. So, yeah, just not some ridiculous nerfs, but I guess the welcome one. At least we're gonna see maybe a variety of more hunters being played, especially in SPL because and SCC, right? Because in ranked, I mean, people play whatever. People don't even play carries sometimes. And yes, the CHAAC buffs, dude! Yes, we love anything here. Thunderstrike, getting increased power. It's 10, but it's big, honestly, like 10 per every fucking phase, right? So maybe it's actually a little bit more worth to actually be leveling this up instead of 2. Because obviously Thunderstrike is on a lower cooldown, you're gonna be spamming this ability more. But just then again, you're too giving your so many freaking procs in a minion wave, just allows you to box. But yeah, I mean, let's just read. There was a few guilds really stood out the community as getting bad deal in 10.3 shifts. We want to make sure to verify the data in live and act accordingly, so CHAAC is getting some more buffs. He's getting a simple damage buff on his primarily lane clear to help him get off a good starting lane, and he's also getting an entirely new debuff component to make sure his opponent caught within his rain dance will deal even less damage. And yeah, rain dance. So this gives you like a lot of freaking debuffs and buffs, like, I mean buffs. You're just only getting healed, right? But decreasing the auto attack speed, decreasing the movement speed, and now decreasing the physical magical power of the enemy. God, so, I mean, anyone that knows CHAAC, like, you already know that you don't want to be trading him in his rain dance, because you can put your rain dance, and then you have just 2 massive debuffs around you that you don't really want to box, because slow bad, attack speed debuff bad. I'm actually curious, is this gonna stack twice? Because 100% I'm sure about that. The Thunderstrike, if you place it on the axe on the ground and then use your free, the 2 debuffs actually, if you have one on other, they actually stack. So I'm curious if this stacks too. Because that could be significant, but yeah, obviously I'm big CHAAC believer, my favorite god, so loving that mwah, chef kiss. And CAMA that's getting some love. Yeah, another god that got butchered, like as CHAAC, because, I mean, CHAAC a little bit less, but I feel like CAMA's just all around he's really relying on healing because he doesn't have any CCs, only slow, like CHAAC has fucking ult, has at least some CC, you know, knock up and the silence. And you have just a fucking slow on CAMA, so that's big that they are giving some love. Yeah, the other god that fell similar situation, CHAAC's CAMA. This god relies on heavy lifesteal, but also has a lot of evasion to support the intent playstyle. For this update, they wanted to give CAMA's in more unique tools to help him stand out and provide new value to his team. He will now be able to reveal an opponent to entire team for a long duration, which could be critical, valuable tool, especially in more competitive play. He's also gaining more intense slow and lower cooldown on his leap to help him stay alive longer. Yeah, lower cooldown, good. Increase slow, good. Yeah, enemies hit by this effect are now revealed to CAMA's entire. Okay. So I believe this is about the invisible gods, right? I didn't even knew that. That makes sense. I mean, the bat, right? What the bat doing? He sees he sees dead people apparently, right? The invisible people, and just every people so he's just a lucky freaking counter, isn't he now? Alongside Jorm. Alright, yeah, I like that. Yeah, health buff. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Increase power debuff to enemies while light stance. 4% buff, so 1/3 buff, so that's actually pretty big. Increase base damage for both stances. You're gonna be maxing your one regardless, so this is a little bit dangerous, I believe. Hell might get out of hand soon, cause like Hell is this kind of a goddess, like you have to be good with this goddess. Plain simple, like stance switcher, you know, you have to use your CC immunity, correct. You have to use your percentage pen on your 2, correct. Or is it? No, it's percentage pen, it isn't flat pen. I'm not stupid, right? Not sure. But yeah, you have to heal your teammates, you have to, you know, be landing your one consistently. Yeah, you're just looking to stack for that late game shenanigans. At least if you're playing full power mage. I'm not talking about support. So I feel like this is why they are talking about split performance, you know, low percentage win, because in the lower end of Smite, I believe, she might not be doing so well. While the higher ranks, I feel like she's a little bit stronger. Maybe not in SPL and obviously Paul. And I believe Shinto does play Howl, right? But yeah, we are not talking about, I mean, we are talking about pros. But yeah, I'm interested when this is going. I feel like this might be not needed, but we shall see. Gilgamesh buff is actually really good. We're gonna make Gilgamesh solo laner again. So 20%, 25% increased damage to lane minions, only initial pulse area effect. So you're gonna just try to use your 2 for grouping the minions. You're gonna be maxing your 1 regardless, right? So with a blue buffs, this could actually be significant for Gilgamesh to be more viable in solo, because he always has this, you know, solo kill potential, because he has this good CC, decent trading tool with your 1. So yeah, feel like we might start seeing some Gilgamesh on the rise. The big boy, yeah, has struggled, seemingly. I disagree, I feel like Cthulhu's are always kind of viable, you know, because of his ult. But yeah, minor buff to his sewer, increased protection reduction debuff, and decreased stacks. Yeah, okay. I feel like this is gonna be this big. Cabridis, Never Hunter, I don't really care, but yeah, decreased cooldown, increased splinter tide. I don't know, I don't really play Cabridis at all, so yeah, I don't feel like, I mean, it's a buff. What can I say? As I said, like, I don't play this god enough to be telling you if it's gonna be any worth or any significant. Yeah, circuit buff. More crit, more good. I feel like Circuit is a little bit underplayed. Like, I've always had a huge problem with Circuit, that a lot of people actually don't really play her full power. Like, they don't treat her like a... They still treat her like a just tanky assassin for some reason. And she did got changed like way ago, that her scaling is better and her like similar to Neja. Her scaling is better and her flat damage is worse. So, I mean, I get that you are not able to move in your ult and some people may counter you because of it, but still, if you actually go for full damage, like with trans crit stuff, you know, you gotta be one-shotting fucking mages and carries, and that's your job as assassin. Even if you die, like if you kill them, like your job is done in teamfight. And if you're going for tank, like you're just are hybrid, you're just not gonna kill them right now fast enough. So I don't know. I just like CHAAC being more of this high risk, high reward, and this does, you know, gives us a little bit more spice because you can crit. So this ability now has now component. CHAAC gains additional crit strike chance per rank equal to obviously scaling. So is this gonna be on initial damage or is this gonna be... Oh, I see, so this is gonna be a passive comp. I didn't even realize. Why did I think about it? This is gonna be a passive, so you on your ult you're getting crit chance strike. For whatever reason I thought this is gonna be percentage crit chance on ticks of your ult, which wouldn't make any sense, honestly. It'd be a bit silly. Okay, so just getting crit chance. Okay, I like it. I like it even more. So yeah, with the Malicious Deathbringer, like 30% crit, this could be really good, honestly. And last but not least, the Janus buff, you get percentage pen on your ult. I feel like this is just doing justice to Janus, because his ult got really nerfed like a while ago. So you don't get just one-shotted off by Janus ult, you know, insert Ajax meme, Janus ult. So yeah, I feel like this is a good change. It's obviously percentage pen, so it's more to, you know, do more damage like shit to tanks. Which Janus is already struggling, he's not the best of the mages to kill tanks, let's be honest, he's more of a annoying god to deal with for carries and other mages, because you can just spam your tools, your vortexes. He's not the best tank killer, let's be honest. But yeah, that wraps up for the patch note changes. I'm honestly pretty happy with them. I feel like, you know, crit chance is lacking. I mean, crit nerfs are lacking. But yeah, hey guys, let me know what you are thinking. That has been 10.4 update notes. Hope you guys enjoy it. I might do more of this. This has been a little bit longer video than I actually thought. My throat is sore a little bit of all this talking. But yeah. Again, let me know if you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider like and subscribe. Help me reach that 1k sub marker. I would really appreciate. And thank you for watching again. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.